distractions, you're locked in, you're focused, your efficiency is at a level now. Now you can reap the rewards. Now you can enjoy the fruit of your labor with a sense of accomplishment because of the work you put in. Time management is very important. Time is of the essence. And the less goals you have to focus on, the better. If you're focused on one singular goal, your time management skills should be very, very good because you're only focused on one specific singular goal. Welcome back to the channel. It's that guy, TheEnergyEli. Please do make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. So fellas, in a world where they've told you that at least by 18 or 20, 25, you should be at this level, you should have this amount of money, you should be at this status in life, I say focus on one goal at a time. Now, this is going to be very hard. This is going to be very trivial, but I tend to find that when you focus and give your all to at least one thing, once you're at a certain level with that thing, then you can move on to the next stage. They taught us to just be all over the place and do certain things. And that's cool if you are in the capacity or the mental capacity of being able to multitask on a higher level. See, there's levels of multitask and then there's the higher level of multitask. So I would say definitely if you're trying to achieve any goal, make sure that you are locked in first on one and then move forward. But listen, without further ado, I'm going to give you a few tips on how to stay focused and accomplish one goal at a time. Let's go. Tip number one, enhance focus and reduce distractions. Now, distractions can come in many forms. It can be from, your phone. It can be from the TV. It can be from others. It can be a numerous amount of things that can be distracting you. Your own mind can distract you. So you want to limit any distractions when you're trying to focus on a solid and specific goal that you want to accomplish. You have to repeatedly tell yourself, listen, I'm locked in on this. I got to stay focused. Hey, fellas, I got to call you back. I'm locked in on my goals. Hey, sorry, mom. I love you, but I'm locked in on my goals. Your goals and the things you're focused on, and the main goal has to be the main thing. Now they say, keep the main thing the main thing. So your goals and your goal in specific, to this video has to be number one. Any distractions, they got to be eliminated. I don't care who it is. They have to realize, okay, cool. And they'll understand they're really your friends or really your family. They'll understand, okay, hey, so-and-so wants to focus and lock in on their goal. Sorry, I don't have as much time as I once had. I need to cut out any distraction. Hey, I can't watch this on TV today. I have to cut back on my time. Hey, I can't listen to this type of music today. I want to keep my mental capacity strong to lock in and focus on that one goal. So listen, eliminate and reduce distractions. Now let's get into tip number two. Tip number two, improve your decision making. Now going back briefly to tip number one, you got to eliminate the distractions. So in the same token as eliminating those distractions, you have to focus. You have to focus on your decision making. Okay, do I want to go out with friends tonight on a school night or work night to go and, hey, let's go to the movies, let's go to the bar? Or do I want to go home, get my rest, do a little bit of reading and prep and be ready for tomorrow? Your decision making has to be more disciplined if you want to achieve your goal. That's how you have tunnel vision to lock in on that one goal. You got to get better with your decision making. What's going to put you at the next level? Hanging out with friends constantly, or being home and studying and putting the time and the effort and the work into yourself, into what you're trying to achieve? It's going to be this one. And that's a part of the decision making. You have to make that ultimate decision. People can tell you all day long, hey, do this, do that. No, inwardly and here you have to realize, okay, this decision I have to make. Right now I'm making a decision. It's a Friday night and I'm recording this video. Most people my age or around this age or whatever it may be, oh, I want to be out, turn up, party, all this. But I make conscious decision efforts to say, you know what? Let me stay focused and lock in, because I know, a year from now, if I'm so blessed to be here, and I pray I am, that I'll be much further than where I am while I'm recording this video because of my decision making. because of my decision making, because I said, you know what? I want to be so much further than where I am. I want to just grind and put the time and the effort in because I believe in myself. And if I believe in myself and I believe in the Most High, I know that nothing can stop me. So I got to keep grinding. I got to keep putting that work in, and I got to make the right decisions. And you do as well if you want to achieve your goal. Okay? So decision making. Now let's get into tip number 3. Tip number 3, increased efficiency. So as you'll find, when you're focused on that one goal, your efficiency will increase. So the more locked in, the more focused that you are on achieving that goal, your efficiency to get to that goal will become better. Now you don't have the distractions. Now your decision making is getting better. Now your numbers are going up. You're focused. You're locked in. Everything is aligning. Everything is on the right path to where it needs to go, because you have put those time in. You have cut out the distractions. You have, made the right decisions, and you said, I am going to be successful no matter what. And now you are reaping the full benefits. You are reaping the full benefits. So continue to work hard. Continue to stay locked in. All right. Now we're getting to tip number 4. Tip number 4, a greater sense of accomplishment. So listen, you've been working hard. You've been cutting out distractions. You're locked in. You're focused. Your efficiency is at a level now. Now you can reap the rewards. Now you can enjoy the fruit of your labor with a sense of accomplishment because of the work you put in. That's the beauty of it. Now you can enjoy yourself. Now you can say, man, look at this, man. At least for a moment or a second. Wow, I really put the time and effort in. Look at my results. Look what I did, man. Look what I was able to accomplish. So you can be even more proud of yourself because you put those time and you made the sacrifices that needed to be made. That the average Joe, the average person is not willing to do. Because if they were, they wouldn't be an average Joe. They wouldn't be an average person. And that's why you're continuing to climb and get to that next level, because deep down, you know you're not average. You just couldn't find out what was wrong with you, so to speak, is what they would deem it to be. But you knew you wanted more. You knew you were going to have more. So enjoy your accomplishment because you've earned it. You've earned it. So stay focused and stay locked in. Now let's get into the next tip. Tip number 5, mastery and depth. So now you've built everything, you cut distractions out, your productivity's high, you've enjoyed your accomplishment. Now you're still focused on that goal, but now you can deep dive into that goal and see, okay, I'm gonna go here. It's almost like a surgeon. Okay, I'm gonna fix this part. Okay, can I get the tool for this one? And now you're just going in, you're doing the deep root work. You're doing deep work. You're doing deep work. Now you're going into the innermost parts and finding, okay, cool, let me fine tune this so I can get even closer now. Oh, we're warming up. Now you're getting to the next stage of where you should be and where you want to be. See, these are the levels. I'm telling you, average people won't get to these levels. Average people won't even think of being at this level. But the things that you're trying to do, because you're going even deeper, you're gonna reach your goal and accomplish that goal. Because most people, like I said, they aren't mastering certain things. Listen, see, anyone that's called a master or any form of mastery, they have mastered a typical subject. So if, for instance, I learned to shoot a basketball probably at the age of 4 or 5. By the time I was 8, I mastered that. Why? Because it showed in the game. It showed from the trophies and hardware I was able to get. That's the part of the accomplishment. You see how we just left the last tip before this one, or 2 tips before this one. Now we're already back. Look how it's lining up. See the rewards and the goals and the things you achieve, the hardware, that is the result of you mastering a certain subject and mastering a goal. So continue to stay locked in, continue to stay focused, and master each and every goal that you try to achieve and that's come and face your way. Now let's get into the next tip. Tip number 6, consistency. So listen, now you've mastered where you want to be. And here comes that C word, consistency. So now you've mastered it. Now, as the great ones know, you you gotta stay there. So you gotta be consistent. Now you gotta stay, you can't fall off. You gotta be consistent because you at the top of the top. You at the peak of your game, bro. So you gotta be very, very consistent in what you want to achieve and what you want to do, you know? So now those habits that you build, you know, because it takes what? They say it takes 90 days to build a habit. I believe, I could be off. It could be 30, 60, 90, somewhere around there. But as you're continuing to build your habits, you want to continue to grow and develop in a way where no one can stop you, because now you're unstoppable. So you gotta stay consistent. You have to stay consistent. You have to. It's a situation where you can't get out of it. You must stay consistent. And in building those consistency tendencies, you're building the right habits that's going to lead you to achieving that goal. So stay consistent, stay consistent, stay consistent. Now let's get on to our next tip. Tip number 7, reduce stress. Listen, focusing on one goal at one time can reduce so much stress because you're focused on one singular goal. You're not focused on multiple big, huge achievement goals at one time. You're focused on one singular goal. For instance, I'll start with my younger people. Your one singular goal could be, I want to get an A in math this semester. So you're so focused on, okay, I'm gonna get an A in math. I'm gonna get an A in math. I'm gonna get an A in math. You're not focused on, but I also want to get 2 B's in science, a B in science, a B in English, and so forth and so on. You're focused on getting an A in math. That's your goal. Your next goal for someone that may be older, you may say, I want to make $10,000 this month. That is your goal, $10,000, not $20,000, not $100,000, not $25,000. $10,000 is your goal. The next person, I want to lose 10 pounds in 2-3 months. That's your goal. You're focused on losing 10 pounds. So you see how simple that is? You're focused on one specific, singular goal. And when it comes to achieving a goal, fellas, that's what you want to do. You want to be locked in on that one singular goal. When I first made the commitment to move abroad, I wasn't focused on 20 countries. I wasn't. Once I knew the country I was going to go to, once I had the opportunity to play abroad, play basketball abroad, okay, this is the country I'm going to. This is the country I'm going to. I'm not focused on Germany. I'm not focused on France. I'm not focused on, Bahamas, wherever it might have been. I'm focused on whatever goal, whatever country that I was going to go to. And that's how you have to be with your goals. And I guarantee you, it will reduce so much stress because you're focused on one singular goal. Now let's get into the next tip. Tip number 8, time management. Listen, time management is very important. Time is of the essence. And the less goals you have to focus on, the better. If you're focused on one singular goal, your time management skills should be very, very good because you're only focused on one specific singular goal. One specific singular goal. So your focus should be top notch because all you have to focus on is that one goal. I don't have to focus on multiple things at one time, and that can get you flustered, that can get you all over the place, that can just make your time management skills horrible. So when you're focused on one goal, your time management skills should improve. It should, because you're only focused on one thing. And at the time, fellas, that's where you want to be. If you want to achieve something, you got to be dialed in on that. You got to be dialed in on that. Focus on one singular goal and watch your time management skills improve over time. Now let's get into the final and 9th tip. All right, now our final and 9th tip, a clear path to success. Now, leading up from all the 8 tips prior to this very last one, they all lead you at this very point because you will have a clear path to success. If you implement each and every tip that I have given you guys with the 8 ones that I've given you previously to this one, you will be successful, or at least on the path to success. It never fails. It never fails, because that's what's going to lead you. You're focused on that singular goal. You're going to get there in some way, form, or fashion, because that's where all your energy is going in. Energy is everything. Energy is everything. All right? So stay focused on your clear path to success, and I guarantee you success is in your horizon. Once again, my name is TheEnergyEli. Please do make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Hey, I'm out.